So the impending indictment of former President Donald J. Trump has captivated the attention of the entire nation. Now, the mere possibility of criminal charges being brought against a former U.S. president is a momentous event in U.S. and American history. Now, as the legal process unfolds, the country will bear witness to a spectacle like no other. Now, Trump's supporters, critics, law enforcement officials, and other constituencies all watching intently to see what's going to happen. Now, the mechanics of indicting a former president are likely to be similar to those of any other defendant charged in Manhattan. However, the protection Trump enjoys from the Secret Service and propensity for violence among some of his supporters may mean that the legal proceedings are anything but typical. Now, to understand how the expected indictment of Trump is likely to unfold, it is necessary to consider the grand jury process and subsequent legal steps. Now, while the grand jury has yet to issue an indictment, it seems almost certain, given the numerous witnesses called before it and the district attorney's offer for Trump to testify, that it's probably going to happen. Now, while grand juries can vote against charges, they rarely do so, and the district attorney's office would likely have paused the proceedings if there were a risk of a no vote. Now, once the grand jury decides to indict, an assistant district attorney will inform them of the charges and read them a text of the law. Now, a minimum of 12 jurors must vote in favor of indictment for it to proceed. Now, once the vote is recorded and signed, it is taken to the clerk's office or the office of the overseeing judge, sealed and stamped. Now, the district attorney's office will then notify Trump's attorney of the indictment. Trump can choose to make the information public if he wishes, and given that the charges are likely to be white-collar crimes, Trump's attorney will be asked when he plans to appear in court for the arraignment. Now, the timing here is flexible, as there is no specific time frame within which the defendant must turn themselves in. Now, when Trump arrives in New York, he and his attorney will report to the district attorney's office. Now, Trump will be arrested, booked, fingerprinted, and have his mugshot taken. It is unclear how the Secret Service protection may affect this process. Now, he will be taken by the judge to the judge, where the district attorney's office will ask for the indictment to be unsealed. It is possible that Trump will be handcuffed when he is transported from the district attorney's office to court, which is only a short walk away from the same building. At this point, he will be arraigned and must enter a plea of guilty or not guilty. Now, the charges he is likely to face are non-bailable, so he will be released pending the next court appearance. Now, after an initial court appearance, Trump will most likely be able to return to his Florida home or wherever he chooses. However, the legal process is far from over from then. Now, the judge will set a date for his next court appearance, during which the defense and prosecution will discuss additional steps, including the discovery process. Now, the legal proceedings against Trump will undoubtedly be historic. So the country has never seen this before, where a president faces criminal charges, and the outcome of this case could have significant implications on the U.S. justice system and the political landscape, especially going into 2024. Republicans in the House have pledged to investigate Manhattan District Attorney Alvin Bragg, who is leading the prosecution of Trump for allegedly politicizing judicial processes. And a letter to Bragg, 3 Republican committee chairs accused him of eroding confidence in the even-handed application of justice and interfering in the 2024 presidential election. However, the investigation is still in its infancy, and it is unclear what the impact will have of these legal proceedings on Trump. Now, as the case unfolds, the nation will be watching on bated breath. All right, we'll see some